Masaaki Daimon.
It's very nice to meet you.
And so I will ask some questions again, and we'll ask about and talk about his career. And then please think of some questions you'd like to ask. We'll begin taking those probably about halfway through. So my first question is how he became an actor. Why did he decide on that career, and what led to him becoming an actor in films and television?
年は19歳の時ですね、大学生でした。
He was 19 years old. He was a college student.
その行ってた大学がとてもたくさん演劇サークルがあって、
There was a drama club, a lot of drama club in that college.
でその中の一つ、大学としては一番いいサークルに入りました。
And he joined the best drama club in the college.
それまでは演劇始める前はそのハイスクールでラグビーをずっとやってて、大学に入った後はなんかラグビー以外のことをやりたいなと思ってその正反対なんですね。そんな演劇を始めたんですね。
So when he was in high school, he was in the rugby club, and then he thought maybe I want to do something different. So he decided to join the drama club and started acting when he was in college.
ラグビーやってた頃はとても人より走るのが速くて、大学に入る時も自分の志望した大学が入れて自信満々だったんですね。ところが演劇を始めたら本当に自信がなくて、そうです、わざとですね。
So yes, when he was in high school, when he was doing rugby, he was able to run faster than any other people. And he, was accepted by the college. He didn't say the name, but he went to Waseda University, which is really prestigious, high level college. And he joined the drama club, and then he lost his confidence. Yes.
生まれて初めてこう自分ができないっていうものを見つけたのがたまたま演劇だったんですね。
So until then, he was very full of confidence. He was smart. He was able to run fast. But the acting, he realized that, oh, this is so difficult. I cannot do it well.
今74歳ですけど、今となってみればできないことだらけなんですけど、初めてできないっていうのを見つけたのが演劇だった。
So he's 74 years old now, and in his life, acting was the first thing he realized that, oh, I cannot do well.
いまだにだからできないと思ってやってる。
And he still, keeps acting at the age of 74, and still he's struggling. Yeah.
So from the drama club, how did he end up to acting in films and television? Like, was it first a particular studio, or like a training ground for a particular studio, like Toho Company? Or how did that?
Just 演劇部、早稲田演劇部から実際すごい好きなステップ、なんか劇団とか。
早稲田の学生演劇から今度はプロの劇団に入る時に、当時はとっても志望者が多くて劇団の、1200人ぐらい受けた中から20人だけ合格した劇団雲というところに入りました。研究生で1200分の20です。
はい。So after the college drama club, he auditioned for a professional theater company called Kumo, and there were 1,200 applicants, and they only selected 20 people, and he was one of the 20 people who were chosen.
それで3年間研究生やって、そう20人から3人だけ劇団になれました、劇団員に。だから1200分の3で劇団員になれたんですね。
So after 3 years of training over there in that theater company, you know, so first 1,200 applicants and only 20 people were chosen. 3 years later, they only selected.
3人だけ劇団になれた。
So finally, they only selected 3 people to be the official member of the theater company. It's very strict theater company.
それでも日本の劇団の人というのはみんな貧しかったですって言って
So it was very hard to be the official member of the theater company. Even after becoming the member, all of them are very poor.
Very, very poor.
Very, very poor.
That we all understood, very, very poor. So, was he in theatrical productions, like stage plays during this time, or was it just strictly the training? Like, did he have some experience? Was he receiving some experience during these 3 years of like study? Was he receiving some experience on the stage?
During those 3 years.
During those 3 years.
その3年の研修期間の中に、その公演、発表公演とか、テレビ、それじゃなくても発表公演、その劇団内の
で劇団になってから映画にたまたまオーディションでスタートするんで。
So during those 3 years, it's training or the theater companies showcase or plays that he performed, and then after he becoming one of the 3 people who became the official member, he had some chance to be in a film.
And during that time that he's in stage plays, was there a particular play that he was in that he enjoyed? He enjoyed the role.
3-year training.
Yeah, 3-year training, and we're talking about on the stage, not in film or television. But was there a particular play that he liked during those formulative years?
その3年の研修期間の時に、舞台になった時に、その時に好きだったお芝居。
日本で私の所属した劇団は日本でシェイクスピア劇団と呼ばれてた劇団なんですね。だからシカゴに来てシェイクスピアの生態があったんでとても嬉しかったですね。シェイクスピアずっとやってますね。だから劇団を受ける前にやっぱりシェイクスピアばっかり勉強して、そうそうだから一行出てこのセリフは何の芝居、シェイクスピアの何の芝居のどこの場面かってやっぱり問題になるんですよ。だから第一次が来てそうです。
So the theater company called Kumo that he was in is famous for doing the Shakespeare play, and he loved Shakespeare. So the audition, the 1,200 people audition. The first test was a writing test, and then there's one line from the Shakespeare plays. What is this play? So.
もうシェイクスピアはもう散々やってもうだって50何年やってますから後半は年取ってからはシェイクスピアを日本の物語、日本の戦国時代の話に直して仲間とそういう芝居の活動をやってましたね。
So he's been doing Shakespeare for so many years, like 50 years, and then recent years he and his theater colleagues adapted the Shakespeare play into samurai battle era. The same storyline but different setting and location.
全く同じ話でね。
The same story.
So from there, he was able to. He's one of the 3 top actors they chose to join that company. At that time, about how many many total are in the company? Because I would assume that there was other top actors from years before.
その雲で、最後の3人残って、それで全体的に雲の中では何人本劇団員がいたんでしょうか。
私が入った時でね、80人ぐらいいたかな。
The total of 80 people.
で、その80人だから、その劇団員がね、80人ぐらいいたうちね、役者だけでね、食べれる生活ができるのがね、20人はいなかった。
It was less than 20 actors, the official actors in that company, who were able to just make a living only by acting. So the rest, 60 people had to do other job.
あんまり面白い話じゃないですけど、東京っていうのは世界中で一番たくさん劇場があって一番たくさん俳優がいるんですけど、その俳優の中で俳優だけでこう食べていける人間というのは、正直 1%、 100人に1人ぐらいいるかいないか。
Tokyo is the place that the most, theaters in the world. Yeah, there are so many theaters, but only 1% actors can make a living only by acting.
みんながみんな俳優以外の仕事を持ってますね。
Everybody has, the main job other than the acting.
So from that time, he's now able to audition for outside projects, television and film. So what was the first company that he's working for? Was it, for example, Toho company or a different company?
はい、じゃあ初めて本劇団員にして映画の仕事とかテレビの仕事をしたんですけど、どういう会社、高校とか東京とかいろいろあったんですか。
デビューというのはもちろん劇団にいてデビューしたのはダイエーという会社ですね。日本のもうなくなってしまいましたね。ダイエー
It doesn't exist anymore, but there's a company called Daikaiju.
で、皆さんがご覧になったゴジラ対メカゴジラはこれは東宝という
Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, all you know, is Toho
東宝
made it.
そうですね。でもだから東宝に出て映画にも出るテレビにも出るラジオもやる。でもずっとやってきたのはシアター劇場のお芝居を今でもやってます。
So he's done, TV, movie, but he's still acting in theater. He loves performing in theater.
100人のうち99人みんな仕事を持ってるって。で私もだから会社を持ってますね。
So besides the acting, he also has a company, own company. So which has nothing to do with entertainment industry. He has a publishing company.
でも本筋というか自分のウェイトは芝居に乗っかってる。
But his main passion is acting.
たまたま作った会社がうまくいったからこの年になっても芝居をやってられる。それを言ってください。
So he started owning this publishing company because he had to, make living, and then the company became successful. But thanks to that company, he can still enjoy acting.
私個人の診断では役者としての才能よりも会社の経営の方が向いてるのかなって、そっちの方が才能だったと思う。
He was wondering maybe he has more talent to, running the business publishing company than acting. But he loves acting.
あまり上手な役者ではないです。
He said, I'm not that good actor.
When he was working for Toho company and Gojira, Mechagodzilla, was this under contract or was he a freelance actor?
ゴジラ対 So the same theater company, Kumo, that he belonged. So he was not freelance. Sometimes in the Japanese drama company, sending them to TV and films.
So instead of him, for example, joining Toho Company, like Mr. Hirata, Akihiko Hirata, he was a
平田さんは東宝の役者さん。
じゃあ東宝とか所属ではなくて、
違う。劇団から東宝に。
あ、そうですか。
劇団から東宝に出張。
あ、出張、はいはい。そうですか。
出向。
So yeah, he was the official member of the theater company Kumo, and then Kumo sent him to Toho film.
So his situation was different than Toho Company actor who has a contract to them. He was represented by Kumo.
Kumo.
その雲ももうないんですね。
So there's no theater company anymore, exists anymore.
今は名前が変わってる。
Oh, they changed the name.
違うね。
N.
回る。
Ah, right. So that's now it's Kumo is called the N, which is famous theater company in Japan.
文学座から雲、それから円です。
So it used to be Bungakuza, called Bungakuza. It changed the name to Kumo, and it changed the name to N.
中は
So basically the same company. They just changed the name twice.
And did I lost the train of thought because my phone rang. Does he still sometimes work for that same company now called N?
もちろん。いや、所属はしてないです。今はもう円にもいません。でも私の同期が今円でキャンプになって円のやる演目を決めてますよ。いや、呼ばれれば出るし。
So, right, he doesn't belong to that theater company anymore, but sometimes as a, guest actor, whenever he goes, he does it.
So he does appear in some productions,
Sometimes.
even though he doesn't belong to the company.
Right.
to the
And then he said his former colleague became the executive who does a project.
So the people here are mostly interested in the Tokusatsu productions he was in. So what was that time like for him working in that Toho production and then Tsuburaya, Ultraman 80? He was also, so Toho Gojira Tai Mechagodzilla would have been 1974, and maybe 5 or 6 years later, Ultraman 80.
こうやってアメリカにこうやって呼ばれてきて驚くのはアメリカの方が特撮はすごくこうメジャーというか皆さんが熱くなってる。日本の人は、作るけどパーセンテージで言えばどうなんだろうなって。私はだからゴジラにも出していただいたしウルトラマン80にも出していただいたけど、他の仕事の方がたくさん多いですね。他の仕事の方にしてるのがとても多い。だから時代劇、侍とかそういうのもやりますし、だからとても来て驚いてるアメリカの方ってゴジラとかウルトラマンとか怪獣好きなんですね。それこっちに来て分かった。
After he came to this convention, he was surprised to see this. There are a lot of fans, American fans, about Tokusatsu, and so maybe he feels the passion more than Japan. So he did,
アメリカの受けてるのね、アメリカの。
he feels like, yeah, American people's passion is like stronger than Japanese one, he feels. So he's done Godzilla, Mechagodzilla, Ultra 80, but he's done so many other regular TV and film shows.
日本ではこんな方たちはいないです。
In Japan, he doesn't see so many great fans who knows the very details about the films.
明らかにこの番組があってですね、パーセンテージでいうとそれこそその怪獣とか変身ものっていうのはね 2-3% しかないんじゃないかなって日本では。
In Japan, he feels like kaiju tokusatsu films only 2-3%. Not that many as compared to other, TV, the regular
1
TV.
週間テレビね番組で、そう 1% か 2% ぐらいしかないんじゃないかな。
On the TV, maybe he sees only 1% of tokusatsu films.
Ultraman 80 in the USA just recently had a DVD release. So before then, it's not accessible in the USA easily. You have to go to, maybe Amazon Japan, or you'll have a contact in Japan who can buy for you, and of course it's Japanese language only. But Godzilla and Mechagodzilla, right away, maybe 1 year after or 2 years after it's made, it's shown here first in theaters, and then it was very, very popular on television, usually during holiday time. Did he know when making the film or soon after that this movie went all over the world?
So, Ultraman 80 は最近まで DVD じゃない知らない人も多いかもしれないですけど、ゴジラ対メカゴジラはもうすぐに知られる
そうみたいね。いや知らなかった。
He didn't know.
だけど本当にこうやって皆さんにお会いしてね、今更50年前の映画だから出てよかったなって今更思いますね。
So after he met all of you, he is really thankful that he was in that film 50 years ago, so that he can be here to meet all of you.
スピルバーグさんにもすごく影響を与えたらしくて、スピルバーグの片腕の監督さんが日本まで訪ねてきた時名指しで会いましたよ。かな？日本まで来て会いましたね。
He's the creator and also sometimes director, Mandalorian.
とてもやっぱりスピルバーグさんはゴジラ対メカゴジラ影響を受けたって言ってました
So
ね。
he heard that in Spielberg got some influence, stimulation from the Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, and one of his creators, the creator, what's his name?
David Filoni.
Right.
He's for the
Creator of
the new Star Wars TV series.
So he also loved the film.
Yeah,
So he came to visit Japan and requested.
He requested to meet him.
東宝に呼ばれた。東宝にいや。
So Toho called him. Yeah, can you meet him? So he went to get together with him.
でも日本語はしかできないから、
He couldn't speak English.
1時間以上インタビューして、ベリータイヤと疲れました。
So they had a meeting for 1 hour, but they had the translator, but he was tired.
でももう一度言うけど、50年以上前にゴジラ対メカゴジラね、今更本当にもうやってよかったと思う。とっても皆さんにこうやって会えたしね。
So he really
そう思います。
think it was great that he was in that film 50 years ago. So many good things happened later.
So you can tell to Daimon-san, but I'll also tell to everybody else. Some people here know I used to sell Godzilla toys from Japan 30 years ago.
本当にみんなゴジラを愛してるんだね。
He really thinks so. So everybody here loves Godzilla.
出演した私より愛してる。
You love Godzilla more than he does. He was in the film but you guys know more.
But so 30 years ago, when I sold, that was my main job, selling from Japan, Godzilla toys, bring to the USA and sell to all of these folks. David Filoni was a customer. So when I saw the Mandalorian, I know that, I remember that name. He used to, my job was, there was no internet at that time. It was all mail order. I would make an advertisement, print advertisement in like a toy magazine, Godzilla toys and some pictures. And David Filoni would order for me as a much, younger person. Maybe we're about the same age at that time. So he's a big fan.
東京で会った時にダース・ベイダーのあれを色紙にバーッと書いて私くれましたね。
So the creator who met him in Japan gave him gift. He just drew Darth Vader picture and gave it to him. Just took 10 minutes to draw. Hi, here you go.
これ私が作ったキャラなんで
He said, I created this character. It's called the Darth Vader. Came for you.
俺の分かるか。さっきさっき。
And then he was like, oh, thank you.
He is also not a Star Wars fan.
Yeah, he's not so interested in Star Wars
でも知ってま
either.
すよ。
But he knows. He's heard the name.
But so I want to ask him about the director of Mechagodzilla. But funny story. When this movie came to USA, it's just before Star Wars. Before Star Wars became a big hit. But the American distributor, they saw Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. And on US television, we had a TV series, $6 Million Man. And the distributor decided, Godzilla versus the Bionic Monster. And they got in trouble. There was two popular TV series in the USA, $6 Million Man and Bionic Woman. They are part mechanical, super strength.
It was popular in Japan too.
Yes, so they changed the title, original title, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. When they brought to America, they wanted to change the title because Bionic Man, Bionic Woman is popular on TV. They wanted to change the title, Godzilla versus Bionic Monster.
バイオミックジェミーの声やった女優さんは田島玲子って言って劇団の私の同期です。メカゴジラで見てます一緒に。バイオミックジェミーの声やったの。
Bionic Woman's, the Bionic Woman series, the main character is Jamie.
Jamie, yes.
ジェミーの声は
So the voiceover artist is Reiko Tajima, who was
His co-star.
right. And then she used to be in the theater company. So former colleague of his.
1000分の3です。
Oh, so she was another one who was chosen one of three.
The same year or
3 out
a
of
different
1,200
same
applicants.
same time?
Same year.
300から20人になって男10人女10人の1人。
Ah, so this guy. So 1,200 applicants, 10 men, 2 women were chosen. And then after all, it's only 3. So Tajima Reiko was one of 3. And he was in Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla.
Same class.
ゴジラの時一緒に沖縄にロケーション行きましたね。
So she went to Okinawa with her for the location. Yeah, she went.
So nobody knows that. So they tried to call it Godzilla versus the Bionic Monster, and the company that owns
でその後バイオミックジェミーの声をやった。
And the Tajima Reiko was in the voiceover.
So a lot of people know that they wanted to call it Godzilla versus Bionic Monsters, but the company that owns it, no. So they changed Godzilla versus the Cosmic Monster. It means like from space.
2人ともね75歳になってね今でも仲いいですよって。
So he's still good friends with Reiko Tajima. They both are like 75 and they're still good friends. Still good friends.
And how about what was it like working with the director, Jun Fukuda? Fukuda Jun.
もうずいぶん昔にお亡くなりになった。
He passed away a long time ago.
ロングタイムアゴ。
どうでした彼の監督？
優しい、とっても優しい。
He was very
だ
sweet.
って私が50代メガゴジラに出た時25歳ぐらいでしょ。
He was only 25 when he was in the
監
film.
督が私ぐらいの年かな。今の70ぐらいかな。60と70の間ぐらいだから監督が。
監督。福田
福田純さんが
は
当時
20。
いや私が25で監督は60ぐらい。
So 福田純さん was 60.
そうそうそう
And
そう
then you were
私は25ぐらい。もう福田さんが使ってるシナリオのシナリオのこうシナリオを入れる本、革で作ったレザーで作った私が作ってプレゼントしましたね監督に。
そうですか。So he made a leather script folder and gave it to Fukuda, director Fukuda, as a present.
And did they show to them, were they aware of the special effects scenes? And you know, the director would have to say, okay, you have to imagine this big, metal Godzilla, or there's a scene where Godzilla and Godzilla are facing, and it's because Mechagodzilla is in Godzilla disguise. And so they had to imagine this. Did the special effects people, show to them this, or is this just Mr. Fukuda explaining the concept?
そういうその特撮シーンに関してただして説明されただけですか、それともビデオとかを見せられてこういうシーンだからこういう映像するのよ。
絵コンテは見せてくれる。でも
He saw the storyboard.
現場ではきっと今と昔は全然違ってて、私の50年前はすごくアナログで、
So 50 years ago, it was really analog world.
もうあそこを見てろみたいな感じで、
So look at over there.
あそこにゴジラがいるんだ、
Assume there's a Godzilla.
ゴジラが出てきた、
Oh, Godzilla came out.
そういう芝居をしろと。
So you should acting accordingly. Just imagine.
で後で合成、ゴジラ出たのとこっちの顔を
And then they, mix together.
カット、
Cut. Later.
すごく大変だったのは宇宙人の方が出てくるのね。草野大吾さんっていう方なんだけど、
The actor called Kusano Daigo played the
宇
role
宙
of
人
an
に
alien.
なるんだけど、その時に顔がずーっと変わっていくのよ。
The
ゴジラ
face
チ
changes.
ェンジャーさらにね、あれ撮影するのにもうワンカットを押さえたらパチャッパチャッ
So it took a long time. One cut,
2 日ぐらい
one cut.
顔が変わるだ
So
け。
it took 2 days to film shoot that scene.
今だったらコンピューターでビューって早くできるんじゃないかな。
Nowadays you can do it right away with CG.
大変でした。
So it was hard. It took a long time.
How about he worked together with the actor Shin Kishida?
優しくてね、岸田新さんね、アルコールいつも持ってるんだね。
Shin Kishida is a very sweet guy and he's always carrying around an alcohol bottle.
それでこう買ったことにこ
So each cut he drinks.
うで、その時に大門ウイスキーね、とっても美味しいのがあるって。でね、ベリーズベストのオールモルトっていうのがうまいんだよって教えてくれたの。彼がね。
Shida Shin-san said, "Hey Daimon, listen, there's a very good whiskey."
それベリーズオールモルトっていうのがいいって教えてくれた。でそれ日本で売ってなかったの。
It was not available in Japan, that brand.
だからその時に 私今の奥さんやってる方に国際線のスチュアーズだったんで、そのベリーズのオールモルトを買ってきてくれっていう、そうで、買ってきてもらって、それで親しくなったみたい。違う、岸田さんに教えてもらったウイスキーの銘柄を小道具にして自分の奥さんに出したし、そうですね。
So his wife used to be a flight attendant, and then since the whiskey that Kishida-san recommended wasn't available in Japan, so he asked the flight attendant, "Would you please go get me the whiskey in America?" And then he asked for a date.
今のワイフと初めてデートして見た映画がゴジラ対メカゴジラ。
So the first date for them, he and his wife, was watching the Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. They've been together for
それ
many
ね、
years.
一緒に見に行くまで、その女房は私が俳優だって知らなかった。
So his wife had no idea that he was an actor until they went to see the film
そ
together.
れ見てすごい驚いて。
So she was so surprised. It's you.
本当よ。それでもうね、ガードがガシッと当たった。
And he said, yes, she's impressed.
だから親しくなるまでに1年ぐらいかかった。
So it took 1 year to be the official boyfriend
そう
girlfriend.
そういうことですね。今でも一緒です。
They're still together.
今もう結婚して50年超えますね。
More than 50 years they're together.
全部本当の話ですって言ってください。
It's really a true story. He didn't make it up.
So 3 years to become official actor Kumon, but 1 year become boyfriend girlfriend. Is right.
いきなりになれるのに3年間かかって奥様とちゃんと精神スケール1年かかったわけです。
そうですね。
That's correct.
So does anybody have a question for Daimon-san?
So I know most of your stuff is acting. Did you ever have the opportunity to more backstage stuff in theater, like stagecraft or playwriting or anything of that sort?
はい、役者の他に裏方とか脚本家とか
私は雲に入るときに演劇部になるか演技部になるかすごく迷いました。でも自分はそんなに頭が良くないと思ったんで演技部の方にしましたね。それでやってます。ただ今でも演劇活動やってます。今年の1月には賞をダブルで2つも取ったんですけど、その時には主演をやりますが本書くやつとやっぱり一緒に作りますから、芝居というのは本も演技も装置みたいな、それみんな仲間と一緒に作るんで、演技だけやってるわけじゃないですね。
So when he joined the theater company, there are two choices to be the actor or backstage or director, but he chose to be an actor, but he still keep acting for the theater, and when he's creating a new production, he has to collaborate with the playwright, and he has to put a lot of ideas about the lighting and everything, the plays. So he has to do the multitask, and then he and his company won 2 theater awards this year in January.
芝居は本当に仲間なんで、特に今一緒にやってる作家は私よりも12歳若い女性ですけど、やはり12も若いですから、向こうはあまり言いづらい私に。
So the playwright he's been working with is woman and 12 years younger than he is. So sometimes she feels like a scared of
私より10人若いって言ったって62歳ですけどね
But she's 62 years old. But she still respects him.
I want to make a short comment and a short question. But I just was hoping you would know that for thousands of us growing up over the last 40, 50 years, people like him and the other actors of Toho were our action heroes. They were very precious to us. I love him and all the other faces he worked with. They were very special to us. I hope he knows that.
もう本当によくわかりました感謝していますと
I really realized after coming to the US and meet everybody, and he's really appreciating that.
The quick question was, with his theater work, what does he prefer between comedy, drama? What does he love to work on most?
じゃあその舞台の仕事で悲劇とかどっちが好きなの？
喜劇はとっても難しいです
Comedy is really difficult.
悲劇の方が簡単かもしれないで
It
も
might be
お芝居はみんな難し
tragedy
い
is easier than comedy.
そうですねシェイクスピアのね喜劇本当に日本のお客さんを笑わせるの難しいとっても
So when he does the Shakespeare play, the comedy one, it's hard to make Japanese audience laugh.
イギリスの人はきっと笑ったんだろうけど日本の人は笑わないみたいな
So he's guessing, okay, British audience might have laughed at this scene, but Japanese people are quiet.
きっと文化が違うんですねそうですね
And also like the wordplay of puns when they translate changes.
でもねやってみて悲しいのはね日本人ってね生まれてから死ぬまでね芝居一度も見ない人すごく多いんですよ
But in Japan, it's sad to say that many Japanese people who never see the stage play in their life, and he thinks that's too bad.
芝居の前のラグビー部の仲間はいまだに付き合ってるんですけど同期が14人ぐらいいるんですけどそいつらは見に行く芝居をだけど私以外の芝居見たことがない彼らは
So his old friends from rugby club in high school, 14 of them still coming to see his plays because he's in it. Otherwise, they would never see the plays.
もう彼らがね真夏の夜の夢って芝居見るとねパックが太もも出して飛んだり跳ねたりしてる太ももばっかり見てる
So those friends, the 14 friends, when he did Midsummer Night's Dream, Shakespeare, they just pay attention to the spirit Puck jumping up and down, revealing her, thighs, and they're just paying attention to it.
Before I'll take your question next, I want to ask for him, some of the people in the audience, when did you see, what age did you see Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, and how did you see it? You could tell them the age and how they saw it. Does he understand? 11? On VHS.
はい、
So
11歳の
VHS.
時にメカゴジラを見た。
Thank
そ
you.
うです。はい。
Roger. When did you see it?
I saw it in its original theatrical run in the
Theater.
United States, and it was briefly titled Godzilla vs. the Bionic Monster.
Oh, so you saw it when it first had that title.
Yeah, and they quickly changed that. When I saw it in the theater again, during its original, I think they re-released it a couple of times.
Yeah. So maybe about 1976, 77.
I think earlier than that.
Oh, so it was even earlier.
I want to say 75-ish.
And how old would you have been? 10 years?
I was born in 63, so I would have been about 11 or 12.
11 or 12.
劇場公開で見たそう
saw in the theater.
ということは私より若いのかな
So are you younger than me? He's asking.
60? 60? 私とこう一回り
Hi, 12 years difference.
安心してください私もこれ染めてますから
I dyed my hair. So.
I should.
Multiple. Kevin, when did you see it?
The first time I saw it was in this was around 1977 or 78 or so. I went to a drive-in feature and they had Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. The title was that then, I guess. And also remember that they had released Godzilla on Monster Island as like 2 film features.
Right.
And so I could see both those together since then.
So he saw in a drive-in, at the drive-in theater, a little after the original release. About how old were you?
Oh, gosh, I was probably like about 15, 14,
15.
15. Right there.
16歳か16歳でもドライブインシアターって
ああ分かる分かるあっちでやつ
1977年ぐらいにそれを
And what the drive-ins used to do is
今でもあるんですかドライブしてたって あるんです
It still have, right?
not so many, but we have some. But yes, it's kind of gone away, the drive-in. But drive-ins used to have more than one movie. So he's saying he saw his movie plus Godzilla, Godzilla Daikaiju. It had a different name.
日本にはないからねドライブしてた
So there's no driving theater in Japan.
映画でしか僕らは知らないアメリカの映画でしか知らないドライブしてた
So we learned about driving theater through American films.
So cool.
How about you, Austin? When did you
Much
see?
later than everyone else, I'm sure. I want to say 2000?
So about 23 years ago.
Yeah.
And how on VHS or
Oh, man.
or DVD?
Probably VHS, probably.
So more than some Godzilla movie, his movie was in the movie theater. Soon after it was released in Japan, it was maybe a couple of years after. It's in the movie theater in USA. Then it went to television. Then when VHS became VHS tape, we had VHS tape, and then DVD, and now Blu-ray. So this movie had more. We had more access to Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla.
すごいね
From when we were all children. So let me get his question, then I'll give you.
Actually, I remember seeing this 1979. I had to run home in a snowstorm from school, 8 blocks to catch a 3 o'clock movie.
3 o'clock movie.
And I missed 25 minutes of it, but I still got to see some of the best parts. So. What was it like to work with director Honda on the next Mechagodzilla movie?
本当は拾ったの
He has a more small part in the second.
どんな役でやってますか何で
He's in the submarine at the beginning, and the monster comes and destroys. They are.
私一緒に出てます
They're checking where he's the exploration where Mechagodzilla
Yeah.
was. So in his movie, Godzilla destroys Mechagodzilla and the pieces fall into the water. And then in the next movie, he's in the submarine going to check, explore the area where Mechagodzilla went to the water, and another monster comes and destroys the submarine. And his character's, just in a small scene. But that movie was directed by Honda.
俺出てた
they know everything. They know all these.
He's really impressed that the fans remember more detail than he did. He said it's 50 years ago. So he doesn't recall.
最近ボケてきたって言ってた。
He said he's been demented lately. No, he's just joking.
母が一緒に暮らしてて、その母が95で、私も一緒に暮らしてるから、同じようにボケてる。
He lives with his mother who is 95 years old.
Wow.
So, yeah. So he,
彼女すごくボケてるから。
oh, yeah, she's getting slow. So he's like, oh, maybe he is too. No, you're still.
Jacob.
So I'm honored to meet a cast member from Lady Snowblood. You had a small part in that. What was your experience filming that film prior to Toho, or Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla?
白雪姫、はい、カジメイトさん。はい
あれ撮影の感想っていうかなんか
白雪姫は撮った監督さんが藤田民八さんという方で、大もちょっとだけだけど出てくれないかって言われて出た作品なんですよ。白雪姫という映画はね。
So it was directed by the director called Binpachi Fujita,
Yes.
and then the director asked him, okay, it's
So,
a small
白
part,
雪
but
姫が
can
生
you
まれる
make
前
the film?
にプロローグで私が白雪姫のお父さんで、私が殺されて生まれた子が白雪姫みたいな。
So it
そういう
was
話で
supposed
す。
to be the Shirayuki prince, and then he get killed.
梶芽子さんとはテレビでNHK のテレビでずいぶん長い間「風の盆」というその現代劇で共演してましたね。
その人がShirayuki.
そうそう梶芽子さん。
Meiko Kaji is the actress.
そうそうそうそう。で彼女とはその「白雪姫」っていう映画よりもあれ映画一本なんですからね。テレビのドラマでずっと一緒にやってましたね。
And then they were playing together in other TV production for a while, so he knew her before that film already.
とっても私と同じような年でいい人です。
And she is a very nice person, same generation.
彼女ももう75ですね。
She's probably 75 now.
見ない方がいいんじゃないかなって女優さん。いや違う、女優さんあんまり年取ってから見るとほら若い時綺麗なのにがっかりするじゃないですか。
Yes, maybe you
男も同じだ。
shouldn't see her now because we keep the image of the actress when they were really young and
Image,
beautiful. So sometimes they get disappointed seeing them later. はい。
Since that gentleman brought up Shiroyuki Hime, does he remember? So in the movie, he's wearing this immaculate white suit, and he is with his family. He's going to this prefecture to be the teacher. These people have been told that these white-suited individuals work for the government, and they're trying to conscript people. So he's murdered. But there's so he's wearing this white suit. There's blood spraying all over the place. I wonder, does he remember how they did those effects? I mean, there was tubes and.
Setup of the special effects. Yes.
White, like the
White.
誰が？私が？
Yeah. His character, right?
Yes.
私？実際ですよ。CG じゃない。CG の時代じゃないから。一切 CG じゃないから。袋にね。赤い。
There's a bag, and then you put the red stuff in it, and there's a pump, and the pumping and the blood comes out. So it's a long time ago they didn't use CG.
こういうところに札を置いといてね。こっちから。
There's like a straw like that, and then they use the pump, and then the red stuff look like blood comes out, splashing.
So we're about out of time, but anybody has more questions, want to come and ask Daimon-san at this table, please come and just talk for a little while. And Karen will be here, so she will translate for you. And
でも通訳の方が少ないと僕返事できるかわからない。あ、そうなのね。そうしてください。
thank you so much for coming.